Hi, everybody, and welcome to our May Pre-K Elementary RE program. I'm Kathy, and this is my little lady friend, Ceci. Hi! Our ostrich friend, Osvaldo, will be visiting us a little bit later in the program. Yay! First of all, I would like to thank Heidi for leading our April program. Thanks, Heidi. Great job. Thanks, Heidi. Our program today will be our last program for our 2020-2021 virtual RE school year. Heidi and I, along with all of our friends who helped out with this special project, really had a fun time helping you learn new things about the world around us and about our Unitarian Universalist faith. Our theme this month is story. And in our lesson today, we will explore how stories remind us who we are as a family. There are all kinds of different stories and all kinds of different families who we love. Isn't that right, Ceci? That's right. There are all kinds of different families. Yes, there are. You are absolutely right, Ceci, and that's what we will be exploring today. But first, before we light our chalice and say our opening words, let's get those wiggles out of our bodies so we're ready to listen and learn. Everybody stand up. Ceci, you come sit over here. All right. Find a safe place on your floor where you can move about freely. Stand up nice and tall and follow me. Wiggle, 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 freeze. Wiggle very slowly. Wiggle, 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 freeze. Wiggle very quickly to the side. Wiggle, 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 freeze. Wiggle to the other side. Wiggle, 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 freeze. Wiggle just your legs. Wiggle, 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 freeze. Wiggle just your hips. Wiggle, 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 freeze. Wiggle just your arms. Wiggle, 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 freeze. Now wiggle your whole body. Wiggle, 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 freeze. Excellent. Now that the wiggles are out of our bodies, we can sit back down. And I will light our chalice and say our opening words. You can say these words with me if you want to. Flaming chalice, burning bright, kindly share with us your light. Help us learn how we may care for all beings everywhere. Let's see what's in our wonder box today. I wonder what's inside. We'll find out. Oh, there are some beautiful flowers in our wonder box. Mother's Day is May 9th this year. It's also called Mama's Day in honor of all the colors, roles, and different kinds of mothers and all of the hard work they do. You know, sometimes it's easy to think of only one kind of Mother's Day, the kind that's described in all those Mother's Day cards out there. But as you use, that's short for Unitarian Universalists, we know that there are all kinds of people who mother and all kinds of different families out there. Families come in all shapes and sizes, but at the center of them all is love. Let's take a moment to hug our moms or mothering persons. Give them a big, huge hug and tell them how much we love them. I'll wait right here while you go give your mom or mothering person a humongous hug and remember to say, I love you. While you're doing that, I'll just put our wonder box off to the side and give you a chance to share some love with your mom or mothering person. Good job. Now I would like to introduce you to our first special guest. Besides being an awesomely cool mom, she's also our very own Reverend. Let's welcome our beloved Reverend Dr. Nori Rost. Welcome, Nori.
Hi, so Ms Cathy asked me if I would share some stories about being a mom. And my son now is almost 26. He's a very big guy. But when he was a little guy, I used to love reading him stories. And one of my favorite stories to read him was called The Runaway Bunny by Margaret Wise Brown. So I thought that I would read that for you today, since we're talking about stories. And it kind of goes with Mother's Day. Once there was a little bunny who wanted to run away. So he said to his mother, "I am running away." "If you run away," said his mother, "I will run after you, for you are my little bunny." "If you run after me," said the little bunny, "I will become a fish in a trout stream, and I will run away from you." See, there he is swimming. "If you become a fish in a trout stream," said his mother, "I will become a fisherman, and I will fish for you." See, she's fishing for him there. Here. There she is, fishing for her little trout bunny with a carrot. "If you become a fisherman," said the little bunny, "I will become a rock on the mountain high above you." "If you become a rock on the mountain high above me," said his mother, "I will be a mountain climber, and I will climb to where you are." And let's see, he's climbing up the mountain to the rock. "If you become a mountain climber," said the little bunny, "I will be a crocus in a hidden garden." "If you become a crocus in a hidden garden," said his mother, "I will be a gardener, and I will find you." There, she's got her gardening tools looking for her little bunny. "If you are a gardener and find me," said the little bunny, "I will be a bird, and I will fly away from you." "If you become a bird and fly away from me," said his mother, "I will be a tree that you come home to." See that? Little bunny-shaped tree. "If you become a tree," said the little bunny, "I will become a little sailboat, and I will sail away from you." "If you become a sailboat and sail away from me," said his mother, "I will become the wind and blow you where I want you to go." "If you become the wind and blow me," said the little bunny, "I will join a circus and fly away on a flying trapeze." "If you go flying on a flying trapeze," said his mother, "I will be a tightrope walker, and I will walk across the air to you." That's pretty scary. She's a pretty brave mom, huh? "If you become a tightrope walker and walk across the air," said the bunny, "I will become a little boy and run into a house." "If you become a little boy and run into a house," said the mother bunny, "I will become your mother and catch you in my arms and hug you." "Shucks," said the bunny, "I might just as well stay where I am and be your little bunny." And so he did. "Have a carrot," said his mother bunny. And there they are in their nice little rabbit hole. That's the thing about mothers. Even if you get mad at moms and want to run away, moms will always be there for you because we love you that much. So I hope you enjoyed that story. And I'm so glad to see you here. Take care. Love you guys.
Thanks, Nori, for sharing Runaway Bunny with us. I just love that book. I do too. Now I would like to share with you a video story called No Mirrors in My Nana's House. Oh, I love this story. It's a beautiful story about family love. The person who wrote it, Yashe M. Barnwell, actually wrote the song No Mirrors in My Nana's House before she wrote the story. So the song inspired her to write the storybook that we're about to listen to. Our storyteller today is Cora Miller. She'll read us the story and then she'll sing the song at the end, and she does a wonderful job. So we're really in for a big treat. But before we begin, let's get those wiggles out of our bodies and make sure our listening ears are wide open and in tip-top shape for Cora, all right? Everybody stay seated right where you are. Ceci, you come sit over here. All right. Everybody sit up nice and tall, eyes focused ahead of you, and follow me. I wiggle my fingers, I wiggle my toes. I'm wiggling my toes. I hope you're wiggling your toes. I wiggle my shoulders, I wiggle my nose. Now no more wiggles are left in me, so I'll be as still can be. Let's make sure those listening ears are open wide and they're in tip-top shape for Cora Miller as she reads us No Mirrors in My Nana's House.
Griot's Corner is made possible by the Breedlove Foundation.
Today, we'll be reading a story by Yashe M. Barnwell, No Mirrors in My Nana's House. Hi, my name is Cora Miller, and I'm from the Mitchellville Project. So today, we are going to be reading No Mirrors in My Nana's House. There were no mirrors in my Nana's house. No mirrors in my Nana's house. So the beauty that I saw in everything, the beauty in everything was in her eyes, like the rising sun. There were no mirrors in my Nana's house. No mirrors in my Nana's house. So I never knew that my skin was too black. I never knew that my nose was too flat. I never knew that my clothes didn't fit. I never knew the things I'd missed. 'Cause the beauty of everything was in her eyes, like the rising of the sun. There were no mirrors in my Nana's house. No mirrors in my Nana's house. I was intrigued by the cracks in the wall. I tasted with joy the dust that would fall. The noise in the hallway was music to me. The trash and the rubbish, they cushioned my feet. And the beauty in everything was in her eyes, like the rising of the sun was in her eyes. There were no mirrors in my Nana's house. No mirrors in my Nana's house. The world outside was a magical place. I only knew love. I never knew hate. And the beauty in everything was in her eyes, like the rising of the sun. Child, look deep into my eyes. Child, look deeply into my eyes. Child, look deeply into my eyes. There were no mirrors in my Nana's house. No mirrors in my Nana's house. There were no mirrors in my Nana's house. No mirrors in my Nana's house. and the beauty in everything I see. Everything I see was in her eyes. Oh yeah, was in her eyes. There were no mirrors in my Nana's house. No mirrors in my Nana's house. There were no mirrors in my Nana's house. No mirrors in my Nana's house. And with every beauty and everything in me was in her eyes. Oh yeah, was in her eyes. Child, look deep into my eyes. Child, look deep into my eyes. Child, look deep into my eyes.
Isn't that a wonderful story? Yeah, I really like the song too. Yeah, I do too. Osvaldo, you're here. Welcome. I'm so glad you could join us today. I'm happy to be here. Well, you are just in time because our good friend Beth is here to lead us in another amazing meditation exercise. Oh, Beth is here. I better practice my deep breathing technique. Welcome, Beth.
Hi friends, I'm Miss Beth. I'm going to be leading our mindful moment today. Thank you, Osvaldo, for leading us in with that amazing breath. We're going to do a little bit of breath work today for our mindful movement. We're also going to do a little bit of mindful movement. So I need you to get up out of your seat and find somewhere where you have a little bit of space. So if you stand up, you can kind of do one of these numbers and you don't hit anything. So if you need to pause the video to find that spot and then come back to us, you can do that, or ask a grown-up for help if you need to. But for our mindful moment, we're going to be looking at some families, because we're talking about families this month in RE, right? So we're going to be talking not about human families, but about animal families. And they're not that much different from us. Outside of the fur and the tails and the scales, there's a few animal families that are pretty darn cool and very similar to how we are as humans. So we're gonna talk about these animal families, and then we're gonna do some mindful movement or some mindful breathing to kind of honor these animal families. Are you guys ready? Rockin'. All right, so our first animal family we're gonna talk about are elephants. So the cool thing about elephant families is that there are herds of female elephants that are highly bonded. So in this matriarch, a matriarch means like the head lady in charge. She can rule over a multi-generational herd of elephants. Anywhere between like 6 to 12 elephants hang out all the time. And so it's this matriarch, this head lady, and then her kids, maybe her sisters and her sister's kids, and they all kind of hang out all the time. What's really cool about elephant herds too is that they're so bonded that they can mourn the loss of another elephant. And they also go out of their way to help baby elephants when they get in trouble, like getting stuck in the mud or falling into the river. The herd will come together and help them. Pretty cool family, huh? So to honor our elephants, we're gonna do elephant breath. So I want you to stand with your legs nice and wide, because elephants are big, right? And what do they also have? Trunks. So bring your hands together. This is gonna be our elephant trunk, and we're gonna do elephant breath. By bending over, bringing our trunks down, we're gonna suck up some water here. And then we're gonna exhale, bring it up, and spray our elephant water. Good, let's do that one more time. Bend over, suck in that water. And now bring your trunk up and spray. Awesome job. Our next animal family are wolves. So there's an even stronger bond between alpha male and alpha female. These are like the head lady and the head guy of the pack. Even a stronger bond than dogs have. Sometimes in a wolf pack, there'll even be a wolf that will sacrifice itself for the safety of the rest of its pack members. So when they found that these packs, they used to just think they were like random wolves that came together and like hunted around. But with research, they found that these packs are actually related. There's the alpha male and female, and then usually their puppies, and maybe some adult offspring from a previous litter, so grown-up puppies, and they all travel together. So to honor our wolf pack, we're gonna do wolf pose. So for this one, we need to get on our bellies. We're gonna come all the way down onto the ground. Bring your hands here under your shoulders. Good. Press the tops of your feet into the floor. I know you can't see mine, but the tops of my feet are pressing. Get your belly pulled in nice and strong. Now we're gonna lift our bodies up. Oh, keep that belly strong. Don't dip it, and give me a wolf howl. Ow! One more. Don't dip your belly. Ow! Good job. And then come to your knees. Awesome. Our next animal family are dolphins. And dolphins, one of my favorite, have strong social bonds, and they also have very caring behavior, not only for other dolphins, but also for other species. So they have saved humans from shark attacks, they've helped out seals and whales, and they're super awesome. And the dolphins that swim together, they're known as a dolphin pod. So we're gonna do dolphin pose. So we're gonna come down onto hands and knees, and then come all the way down onto your elbows. All right, press your arms hard into the ground, tuck your toes here, and then you're gonna lift up your dolphin tail. Yeah! So you know they have fins in their backs? So this is dolphin pose, and you can even make a dolphin noise like yes, awesome. All right, bring your knees down. Good job. Our next family member is in the water too, and these are orcas. So orca whales form extremely strong bonds with members of their group. So in their group of orcas, they won't be apart from one another in the ocean for more than a few hours. And offspring, so the mama who have the baby orcas, they will stay together for their entire lives. Isn't that awesome? It's Mother's Day, right? Those little baby orcas, they stay with their mommy all their life. So we're gonna do orca pose for this one. Once again, we gotta come down onto our bellies. And then I want you to bring your legs up here and form like a little whale's tail. So your knees can go a little wide, your feet come together. Yeah, good. Okay, now bring your hands down at your side, because you know what whales have on their backs, right? They have blowholes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna swim in the water. Swim, 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 take a deep breath in. And now come up and blow out your blowhole. Good. Go back underwater. Swim, swim, swim. Take a nice deep inhale. And then come up and blow it out your back. Nice job. All right, 2 more animal families. The next one we're going to talk about are lions. So lions are the most social of all wildcat species, and they live in groups called prides. And the really cool thing about the prides are that the older lionesses, maybe they are missing some teeth or they move a little bit slower, they are taken care of by everybody else in the pride. They'll bring them food and make sure that they're feeling okay. And the other cool thing about lions is they nuzzle. So not only do they nuzzle to kind of be a little bit cuddly, but they also lick one another, or you'll maybe see them they rub their heads on each other. And it's not just to cuddle, but it's also to strengthen their social bond with each other. So that's kind of how they show their affection, and they really create a nice, strong family bond. So for lions, we're gonna do lion breath. This one's really fun. So we're gonna stay on our knees and we're just gonna sit back. We're gonna get our lion claws ready to go. You got them? Cool. All right, so we're gonna sit back and then we're gonna pounce and we're gonna give a big roaring lion breath, tongue out like you're Mufasa. All right, are you ready? Take a nice deep breath in and then pounce. Good, sit back. Oh, that first time, that was like baby Simba. Let's get Big Daddy Mufasa roar in there. Okay, are you ready? All right, deep breath in. Big roar. Good, nice lion's breath. Now, coming back, we're gonna pretend like we're a little baby lion and there's our brothers and sisters are sleeping, so we're just gonna do a little baby roar. Okay, quiet one, ready? Nice job, nice job. Our last animal family we're going to talk about are chimpanzees. So with chimpanzees, there's a very strong social structure with chimp troops. So the mother and their offspring, their bond is so strong that when the babies grow up, they still care for their mother and show affection for their mother. And you know how chimps, sometimes you'll see chimps grooming each other, like they're picking off the fleas, right? Well, they do that not only to help clean one another, but also to strengthen their bond. So they'll clean each other and they'll be like, I'm reassuring you that I'm your friend, or I'm your really good family member, and we have a really awesome bond together. And that's when they clean each other. Pretty cool, huh? All right, this is gonna be our last mindful movement. We are going to do monkey and gorilla pose to honor our chimps. So we gotta stand up for this one. So everybody on your feet. All right, get your feet a little wide. First, we're gonna do monkey pose, and then we're gonna go into gorilla pose. All right, so you gotta bend over for monkey pose. All right, and you're just gonna kind of sway side to side. Give me some monkey noises. Ooh, 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 ah, 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 ooh, 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 ah. And then we're gonna stand up for gorilla pose. Good. Down for monkey. Ooh, 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 ah, 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 ah. Ooh, 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 ooh. Up for gorilla. Awesome job. I hope you enjoyed learning about some really cool animal families, and I hope that you have a wonderful Mother's Day and you tell a mother figure in your life, Happy Mother's Day. I appreciate you. Maybe you can nuzzle them like a lion or groom them like a chimpanzee. Bye, friends.
Thank you so much, Beth. That was beautiful and calming as always. And happy Mother's Day to you. Now I'd like to read one more book called The Family Book, and it was written by a man named Todd Parr. Let's begin. The Family Book by Todd Parr. To my family, who sometimes did not understand me, but encouraged me to go after everything I wanted, even when we did not agree. As I now realize, this takes a lot of love to do. Todd Parr. Some families are big. Some families are small. Some families are the same color. Some families are different colors. All families like to hug each other. Some families live near each other. Some families live far from each other. Some families look alike. Some families look like their pets. All families are sad when they lose someone they love. Some families have a stepmom or stepdad and stepsisters or stepbrothers. Some families adopt children. Some families have 2 moms or 2 dads. Some families have 1 parent instead of 2. All families like to celebrate special days together. Some families eat the same things. Some families eat different things. Some families like to be quiet. Some families like to be noisy. Oh, oh, oh. Some families like to be clean. Some families like to be messy. Some families live in a house by themselves. Some families share a house with other families. All families can help each other be strong. There are lots of different ways to be a family. Your family is special no matter what kind it is. Love, Todd. The end. Thank you, Todd Parr, for writing that book. I just love that story. I do too. Well, guess what? Our good friend Heidi is here to sing us a song. Yay! Heidi's here. Welcome, Heidi.
Thank you, Kathy. Wow, what a wonderful program with so many people that I really am glad to be building my story with and to be friends with, just like you. I am happy to be a mother. Thank you, Kathy. And I'm happy to have a mother. And I really hope that every one of you has someone that is right there with you, taking care of you, whether it's a mother or a grandmother or an auntie or a dad. This song is called Under One Sky, and here's the chorus. Here's your sign. We're all a family. So you bring your pinkies together. We're all a family under one sky. We're a family under one sky. And it's about all the different people and creatures and nationalities on the planet and religions, including Unitarian Universalism, that we are part of a family with. And you can echo with me too. We're all a family under one sky. We're a family under one sky. We're all a family under one sky. We're a family under one sky. We're people. We're people. We're animals. We're animals. We're flowers. We're flowers. And birds in flight. And birds in flight. We're people. We're people. We're animals. We're animals. We're flowers. We're flowers. And birds in flight. We're all a family under one sky. We're a family under one sky. We're all a family under one sky. We're a family under one sky. We're plumbers. We're plumbers. We're doctors. We're doctors. We're painters. We're painters. And teachers too. We're nurses. We're nurses. We're ministers. We're ministers. We're mommies. We're mommies. And daddies too. And daddies too. We're all a family under one sky. We're a family under one sky. We're all a family under one sky. We're a family under one sky. We're daisy. We're daisy. We're tulips. We're tulips. We're pansies. We're pansies. Chrysanthemums. family under one sky. We're German. We're Russian. Algerian. And Chinese too. We're American. Brazilian. Australian. And Swedish too. We're all a family under one sky. We're a family under one sky. We're all a family under one sky. We're a family under one sky. We're Buddhist. We're Christian. We're Muslim. Zoroastrian. We're Jewish. We're Baha'i. We're Hindu. And Unitarian Universalist. We're all a family under one sky. Family under one sky. We're all a family under one sky. We're a family under one sky.
Beautiful as always, Heidi. Thank you, and happy Mother's Day to you. Happy Mother's Day, Heidi. I love you. Happy Mother's Day. Well, you two, it's just about time for us to say our closing words and extinguish our chalice. One of the silver linings of this past very challenging year has been the opportunity to bring you this pre-K elementary RE program each month. I know Heidi would agree with me when I say it has been our absolute pleasure serving the youngest members of our beloved All Souls Church community. We love you, friends. You guys rock. Now I would like to thank Reverend Nori for reading us Runaway Bunny today. Thank you, Nori. And also thank you, Nori, for your unwavering support of this program all year. Thanks, Nori. You rock, Reverend Nori! I'd also like to thank our good friends Beth and Heidi for lending their time and amazing talents to this program, as well as our Soul Matters team for their contributions to this program as well. I'd like to thank Cora Miller for reading us Yashe M. Barnwell's No Mirrors in My Nana's House. I love that story! Me too. And I'd like to thank my husband, Bill, for his love and support and amazing help on this program all year. We love you, Bill. You rock, dude. I'd like to thank all of our special guests who have appeared on this program through the year. And last, but certainly not least, a big, huge thank you to our technical team, Robert and Rick, for their expertise and patience through this journey. We could not have done this without both of you. We love you, Robert. We love you, Rick. You guys so rock. All right. How about if I say our closing words and you two help me extinguish the chalice? All right, here we go. Go now in peace. Go now in peace. May love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go. Parents, if you enjoyed our program today, please leave a comment below. Bye-bye, everybody, and have a wonderful summer. Bye, everybody. Have a fun summer. Have a stupendously rocking summer, everybody. Bye-bye.